This is Richard Bazzi inviting you to get Schultz-defied at schultzford.com.
The text line is brought to you by Edgar Snyder and Associates, a law firm helping injured people.
This is absolutely incredible. Salem's Market and Grill in the Strip, great place to shop for your football game treats, and they just came in here. And Hoke, this is phenomenal. The chicken burger, the lowest calorie burger you can find. The chicken samosas, great alternative to the chicken wing, perfect for football parties. They also have wings, which are unbelievable. This thing's incredible. What are you eating over there?
Listen, I got here, Cookie and I got about 7 burgers here that we're going to pound. And
can you finish
chicken
those?
Samora, is it called chicken Samora, you called it?
Yeah. Samosa.
Samosa. I don't know what they call it.
Can I have that?
They're really good. You want it right here?
What's the most?
I already seen you put down about 5 of them. You sure want another one?
I'm eating the beef samosas over here. I'll try it. I'll
try
trade you a chicken.
No, this is delicious food.
First round.
These are kind of foods you're going to want to have for tailgating. This is the kind of food you're going to want to have during the game because these little samosas are little hand foods that are really good.
All natural beef and lamb, ground in-house, everything local, prime beef. So you guys used to go out for team dinners, obviously.
Oh.
Casey Hampton throw down more than anybody in history, or was there a surprise pick?
No, he put it down. Casey put it down, but it was always went down with a full laugh and a smile. He loved it. I don't know. I've never seen anybody be able to take a big old bite and smile at the same time. Have you?
I mean, you guys used to get. I mean, I've read the bills would just be in the thousands. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and those were always. I mean, those were the things that I miss about not playing football.
Those kind of days,
right? It just those times. It was it's the field stuff. Winning Super Bowls were great, and being on the field for those big games, but it's being around the guys, going to dinner with the guys, hanging out with them. Those were really the memorable moments.
Can they beat Denver? Sure, they can beat Denver. What do they have to do to beat Denver?
I think they need to continue improving the run game. I think they need to control the line of scrimmage. I really believe they took a step forward last week. Go back and watch the film. They did a good job. I think they only had 1 negative run last week, and Najee was very powerful in the run game. The offensive line came off the ball with authority. I'd like to see them stick to the run game. So I think they need to control the line of scrimmage. It'll help out what we've been talking about for the last 50 minutes in the past game. I think defensively, this is going to be a much easier offense to control than the previous games we've played in. I mean, listen, the Steelers have played one of the Pro Football Focus is saying the toughest schedule in the NFL up to this point. The teams that they've played are 12-4. So each team they've played is 3-1.
And Denver has beaten nobody.
Denver is 3-1, but of the teams they've played, those 4 games, they're 5-11. And you take away the Ravens game. You take the Ravens game away, which is that one loss. But the 3 teams that they've won, the 3 teams that they beat, they each have 1 win. So the Steelers have played a much more difficult schedule in the first month of the season than the Broncos have. And you look at it, and they've done some good things. I think Locke did not look good in this game when he came in replacement for Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater has 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's taking care of the football. They're running the ball.
He's going to play.
They said that yesterday. They said yesterday he attended meetings and he worked out. Now I think they're just waiting to see what his reaction is. Is he going to have headaches today? Is he going to have any kind of symptoms from that exertion? And if not, he'll be in the field and he'll be playing on Sunday. I like the running game. I mean, these 2 guys that run the ball. We know a lot about Melvin Gordon. I mean, this guy, he still has home run. That Coach Tomlin said, the guy's averaged 4.9 yards a carry, and Javonte Williams was very impressive in the game. So they can run the football, and we've struggled there. We struggled last week against the Packers. You guys, we give up a lot of yardage in the run game to the Packers. I mean, 133 yards, 4.2 average. That's not Steeler-like, and so the Steelers are going to have to be able to shut down that run game and not let the Broncos get going offensively.
Von Miller has at least half a sack in every game. He's got 4.5 on the season. He appears to be, after sort of a slow year last year, he still had 8 in 15 games, but he had 14.5 the year before and seems to be more on that pace. He's only 32 still, and he's a beast. What do you do with him?
I think you kind of do the same thing you would do with any kind of superstar. You know what, though? You watch the film, and he'll pop from here and there, but it's not like T.J. Watt makes plays, right? Yeah, and I know I know on the sacks in this one, he had a trip, and he got the sack, and then he had one where Rodgers slid down.
Right at the very end of the game.
In the game, he slid down. But T.J. Watt creates havoc. He recovered a fumble. And so even when Von Miller didn't just pop to me. He'd have a half sack here or something. And so I'm not really fearful of him.
Did Watt look compromised to you last week? Did he look 100%?
People are saying he looked compromised because of that one touchdown run that Aaron Rodgers had. I mean, T.J. Watt, again, didn't really have a chance to catch him. Aaron Rodgers had a sprint. He escaped. He eluded the rush and ran in the escape lane. T.J. Watt was crossing the face of the guard. I think it was Millette that was coming off the edge. He completely opened that escape lane vertically.
Other than that, did he look like himself to you, TJ?
I think that he looked fine to me. I believe it was a lot of what they were doing, the Packers were doing to block him. They had a great scheme to block T.J. Watt. It was like they had two layers, like I talked about earlier in the hour, to protect Aaron Rodgers.
How much Highsmith, I don't know how healthy he was. Cam just doesn't have any help up front, does he?
No,
are they just doubling him all the time? And
he's getting double, but he's still making plays. A lot of times,
he's a terrific
player. You have to break down the film and really look in and see, because it's all in those grimy, stuffy, plays inside between the tackles where he's making those big plays, and he's always flying to the football. He is a true leader in every sense of the word, and so he's still playing at a high level, and it's tough because the guys around him aren't making big plays. Wormley's starting to impress me, though. I think Wormley's playing good football. He's getting some good pass rushes.
Pro Football Focus thinks he is too.
Yeah, he's got a great swim move on the pass rush. He's getting some pressure on the quarterback. I think he's playing every week. He's playing better in the run game. So I think he can continue to improve and really help in that area. You mentioned Alex Highsmith. Guy's a beast in the run game. He's a beast. Yeah, he's tough. He's tough. He sets that edge. He's very physical. I'd like to see him get more pressure on the quarterback. Right, no sacks.
What about Schobert and Bush?
I think that they should continue to work and improve. I'd like to see one thing. I'd like to see from Bush, and maybe it's just because he doesn't have confidence in that knee, full confidence yet. I want to see him play more downhill rather than lateral. I want him to play. Football's a game of angles. I want him to play more and playing downhill. There was one play that's kind of a script of what I'm saying. There was a point in the game where it was 2nd and 4, and they ran the ball, got the first down, and Devin Bush stayed in the same spot, and the running back ran right to him, and Devin Bush hit him right at the first down mark. Right, so he sat 4 yards, didn't take a step up, didn't come up and try to meet him in the hole. So I just think and he needs to work on engaging and getting off blocks. If you want to get after the Steelers in the run game, run at him right now, because he's lighter, right? He's not as big, and so offensive linemen get on him. He has a tough time engaging and disengaging and making plays, and that's where some teams are having some success right now when they run right at him, and that's where he's got to improve.
So who do you got Sunday?
Listen, there's a lot can happen here. I think it depending on quarterbacks for the Broncos. I think it depends on Ben and any changes they make offensively. This Broncos team is not as good as a 3-1 team you would think and would show. I think the Steelers have a really, really good opportunity to win this game, Cookie, and I think they will win this game because I don't think this Broncos team is as good as 3-1.
All right, Hokie.
I was engaged with Horse. We weren't going to get married at any point. I was just talking to him for a moment.
Thinks the Steelers are going to win this week.
Okay,
I do.
Doesn't think the Broncos are 3-1.
I don't think they're. You look at a 3-1 team. I don't think like we talked about. Their 3 wins were against some of the poorest teams in the.
Horse, are you insulted by this with Chris Hoke?
Oh,
you agree with him?
Horse is a Broncos fan.
Big time. He got attacked in Buffalo once. He went there in a Broncos jersey. Somebody spit on him.
I wouldn't do that again.
Horse, what do you make of Chris Hoke's analysis here?
I disagree with it.
Why do you disagree, Horse?
I think that Von Miller is
going to be a huge what makes you think that they have this large chance of winning?
I would say that if Teddy plays, the Broncos win.
Okay. As I said there's a lot of factors that can move this. But
and I'm seeing in Denver right now, they're saying Teddy
protected the ball well, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he's and playing well. I still think that the Steelers, they're mad. You can see the frustration. And, with Coach Tomlin on Tuesday in his presser, you talked about the word terse. I mean, he was all of that. And then in Canada, and then you see the coaches, everybody's frustrated. And you saw, I think they're going to be better. Did you guys catch that after the game? T.J. Watt's interview after
I was there.
You were there? And he said, we just got to stop trying to do too much. We just got to stop trying to do too much, right? We're stop trying to make plays. And that's one of the things in a defense is you've got these star players like TJ, like Minka, who can find themselves out of position at times because there are guys out there that just aren't doing their jobs.
Well, why is that
They're
encouraging?
executing. No, they're actually. It's like somebody saying they're admitting what the problem is. There are guys that are not doing their jobs, and so you have the stars that are trying to do too much, and so they're out of position at times. Minka, some of the times that Minka's been out of position, I think he's trying to overcompensate for guys that aren't doing their jobs. And because some of these the Steelers right now, guys, you don't understand. I thought it was very fascinating. I know we're running out of time here. Out of all 32 teams in the NFL, they're ranked number 2 with total number of snaps for rookies. They got a lot of guys out there learning on the fly.
never leaves the field.
No, but I know. But you look at neither does the guard. Dan Moore Jr. Neither does center. Center left early in the season, but not recently. And so you got a lot of guys, and you got new guys. Joe Schobert just getting here, learning the defense. You got Devin Bush coming off that knee and getting confidence. There's a lot of things. You got new guys. Moulette's new there. You got a lot of new pieces on that defense. The guys are making mistakes, and so you have the stars, doing things they don't typically do, and that's why you're seeing some of these plays hit.
Thank you, Hokie.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Hokie. Very much.
Kindly.
With great kindly. There's the word. There's
Kindly.
the word I was looking for.
Very kindly.
Sure appreciate you.
I appreciate what Joe did.
What horse say?
It's a quote from Ben saying, I appreciate what Joe did. So we're applying it
Joe Haig.
to me. He was talking about
General Hoke played well, I thought.
Eddie
I
Alexander.
thought he played well. Yeah.
Okay. So let's finish with this. Should he be in the Chooks is
back,
practicing,
was
right?
back
So
yesterday.
should Haig be playing over him?
Should he play? I think they go back to Jukes. I do, but I think he's a good backup. I thought he
I'm
played well.
surprised by that.
No, I listen.
Why Chooks?
I think that he has a little more versatility. I think getting out on the edge and blocking on some of these things. I think he's a little more athletic than General Haig.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall,
Alexander, we like to call him.
But I think for coming in and playing the game like he did, I thought he represented himself very well.
Thank you, Hokie.
Very kindly.
Enjoy your burgers. You can take all those, all 7?
You can take them all.
It's unbelievable.
Cookie.
This guy.
These are delicious burgers. I will gladly take them.
Enjoy, my friend. Thank you. That was great stuff. Great hour.